Bonjour everyone, welcome to another episode of Diecast Showcase for you here today. Today we're going to be offsetting my previous Mustang showcase with its arch rival. So today we're going to do a little Camaro showcase. So we're going to have all loose cars, all in 1/64 scale or thereabouts. And we're going to have a nice variety of different brands of diecast. So without further ado, I'll get everything started for you. So first car we're going to check out, we're going to start off with some Hot Wheels. So this is a main line, I believe from last year. 67 Camaro. Definitely a signature casting from Hot Wheels. We're talking about a casting that was part of the Sweet 16, immediately recognizable by the quad side exit exhausts that have been on this casting forever. Obviously this one is a much newer release, so there's no opening hood, but definitely one of the few 67s I actually have. Got this because of the color scheme. Love the copper metallic paint. Got a really nice shine to it, nice flake, and we've got some yellow, mustard yellow and burnt orange flame work on it as well, that culminate to two stripes that go straight up to the front of the car. And we do have the Hot Wheels logo on the back, big gold OH5s, well, staggered, big in the back, front, smaller in the front, black interior, plastic chrome base, and yeah, this is I'm a fan of this casting, but I'm not like a die-hard fan where I have to collect every single version. I've had a couple other versions in the past. I believe I also have a convertible version that's still carded. But yeah, I don't have a whole lot of 67s in my collection. This one, though, the color got me. I had to have it when I saw it on the pegs. Alright, so we'll follow up right away. Another Hot Wheels Camaro. This one's going to be, instead of the first year 67, we're going to go with a 69 Copo. So this would have been a 2019 release, if I'm not mistaken. Again, color scheme on this one is really nice. So we've got mismatched wheels front and back, which is cool because it wants to mimic a drag setup. So got the J5s in black with chrome ring in the back, and the smaller 5 spokes in chrome in front. Nice side detail. You've got a nice little Camaro emblem. You've got the Weld Wheels emblem as well, and the side markers, front and back. Nice dark gray with a little bit of silver and blue for the deco. You've got the big hood scoop showing that there's a 427 under the hood. Looks like a Corvette, C2 Corvette hood vent. So this would be also the transition from the initial 67 hideaway headlights to the fixed front lights for 69. Nice black interior. Paints a nice, is it pearl? No, it's an enamel. It's a gloss white. Very well done car, and I mean, Copo Camaros are definitely, they're part of muscle car history. The Copo division as a whole actually is part of, just like Yenko or so on and so forth. So cool stuff. I really like the color scheme on these two. I find that they're you know, they represent the model well. All right, next up, let's switch generations and go to a second gen Camaro. Second gen through this Hot Wheels multi-pack exclusive Z28 Camaro. So it would have been anywhere between model year 78 to 82. So last of the line for the Gen 2s. Matte black paint with a dark gray and red livery. Red windows. Big OH5s with the chrome red ring on black spokes. And staggered, obviously bigger in the back, smaller in the front. Most Camaro castings from Hot Wheels end up with that kind of situation. This is no exception. Nice casting details. As you can see here, the glass portion of the casting actually lends itself to the front grille, which is kind of amusing because it gives you a little bit of a red hue, and the grille is not super visible, but there you go. Casting overall is very good. I have a Hot Ones 82 release that I've shown previously on one of my on my Hot Wheels specific playware episode, as well as a color shifter version from the What's in the Bag episode that I did a couple months back, with pulling a bag from storage and just showing you what's inside. Let me know, by the way, if that's something that could be interesting for a future episode. If you'd like me just to pull out whatever bag I have laying in storage, and we can go through it together, see what's in there. Leave a comment if that's something that you'd like to see on a future video. All right, so here you go. Cool casting. Looks mean in that black, that satin black. So do enjoy this one a lot, and was one of the reasons why I picked up the multi-pack in which it came. Same multi-pack actually contained another Camaro. This one though is a third gen. So what we like to call in Quebec the Geno Camaro. Very popular with the Italian community in the years where these were new. So I love the color on this one. Again, it's a matte paint, but it's got almost a pearl effect to it, and it's kind of like an acid green, which fits the model. Got big Y5s on the back, smaller Y5s in the front, both in gunmetal. The IROC Z and the Z28 badging. You even got, if you can see here, the tiny 5-liter logo, high output on the bottom there. So 305, which even if in its highest input derivative was very, very much of a boat anchor. So the 5.7, the 350s were definitely better, but if you wanted a manual, however, you had to go with the 5.0. So pick your poison. Yeah, so we got some black race stripes with the red surround, 2 red signature intakes on the hood, which is part of that red interior that you see here. Very cool casting, in a very cool livery. Here's your base. So I believe this multi-pack I probably picked up last year or the year before. Gotta love main lines. They roll really well, so it's kind of hard to get them to sit. There you go. And last Hot Wheels I'm going to show you for today. This release would have been from 2019 as well, maybe 2020, I'm not sure exactly, but you know, instantly recognizable. So the 2010 Pro Stock Camaro in muniz livery. This I believe would have been the second variation of this specific one. First one being yellow with the black hockey stripes. This one is reverse, so matte black with the yellow stripes. Nice muniz deco. You got the Hot Wheels logo, B&M shifters, Mr. Gasket, Goodyear and Chevy on the rear fender, and yeah, muniz Racing Team, the big moon logo on the door. 5 spokes staggered, and what's cool is the actual wheel setup on this one. They did the same kind of setup on the 2015 Coppo Camaro casting. So skinnies on the front and big slicks in the back. Here's your base if ever you want to check that out. It's a fairly recent casting, so I won't spend too much time on it, but just to go through the details quick. You got that big intake for the blower, if it's a blower car. You've got the chute in the back, the drag style wing, wheelie bars, no details except the casting details, but they're pretty good. So here's your rear end. Flip it to the front. We can see it's extremely low with that extra lip on the bottom. Muniz logo again on the hood with the yellow hockey stripes, yellow glass, and what I believe is a gray interior based on the hood scoop. So there you go. Pretty menacing, and I'm a fan of Muniz, so very cool. Kind of retro, but you know, new shape Camaro. So a nice lineup of different gens of Camaros there. Now let's check out something a little bit more vintage. So after all this Hot Wheels, we're going to change over manufacturers, and we're going to check out together this second gen Camaro from Ming from an 80s vintage. This is a car from my childhood, so I am not sure exactly when I got it. I'm not sure exactly well, I mean, obviously model year I can approximately tell you. We're going to be looking at the same one as the black one that's just below, right there. So same gen of car, recognizable with the front end. There was a big fiberglass nose cone. The typical Ming wheels. Obviously there's signs of wear, because I mean this thing was played with and enjoyed by myself throughout childhood. So opening doors, nicely done steering. Modern interior moldings could learn a lot from this. Seats are nothing special though, pretty comparable to what we'd see today. Really cool insert for the rear lights. Separate red plastic piece. Got some lightly tinted blue glass. Metal base. Nah, it's pretty nondescript, not a whole lot to see, but you know, metal base, metal body. It's got a little bit of weight to it, but obviously the gauge of metal that's used, the gauge of diecast that's used for this is nowhere as heavy as what Hot Wheels uses, and definitely far from being as heavy of a gauge if we're talking about what was used in the same period in the 80s. So, but a nice little survivor. Obviously, you can definitely tell late 80s, early 90s through the type of tampos we have on the roof and hood. Definitely not something that would appeal today, but at the time, that's what you got. So, put this one here, so you can see it rolls very well as well. And there we go. All right, so next up, let's go into something a little bit more premium. So I'm gonna show you a duo of older Johnny Lightning cars while they were underplaying Mantis. So we have a 92 Camaro RS in white. You'll immediately recognize the typical Johnny Lightning wheels that were on everything on that in that era, and this is a time where Johnny Lightnings were still available in stores in Canada. So you've got the RS badge on the side skirt, red line tires. Almost looks like redline wheels from Hot Wheels, but they're not, obviously. Very cool casting details and extra details on there. We're talking about nice dabs of paint for the turn signals, Camaro logo on the hood, black vents. We've got an opening hood on this one to show the if this was a RS, it would have probably been the 5-liter again, so I'm assuming this is a 5-liter. It's kind of hard to tell, but yeah, and the hood doesn't stay open, and nor did it ever since I bought this, so new. So yeah, good engine detail in there. Yeah, black interior, not a whole lot to see, but you know, it's well done. Rear end, nicely done tail lights. Again, the RS badge and the Chevy bow tie on the lower right of the bumper. Yeah, typically RS would have been like a mid-spec car, so not the base with the very awkward and slow 4-cylinder. It was discontinued by 92 when this one, like this one is depicted being from. So you had the choice of either the 2.8-liter V6 or the 5-liter V8, which I commonly call the boat anchor, and the 5.7 tune point injection 350 CI. So anywhere between 130 horsepower for the V6 up to 235, 240 horsepower for the 5.7. The 5-liter, you would have been looking at something around 175, 180 horsepower. Oh, and there goes the other second gen wanting to join its brethren. All right, next up, same Johnny Lightning collection, but one generation newer. We've got a nice third gen, actually fourth gen, sorry. That was a third, we just checked out a third gen. This is the fourth gen Camaro. So, commonly known as the Catfish, because of the, especially later, the front end treatment reminded people of a Catfish, which you can see here. Some nice details once more, same construction, metal on metal, red line looking wheels, same wheels exactly. This one's got a light gray interior, which is very typical GM in the 90s. Probably the dash feels almost exactly accurate to what a 1:1 scale 94 Camaro dash would feel like. So good job there, Johnny Lightning. Based on the cutouts, I believe this would have been with the target top. Actually, no, these were T-tops, so no, this would have been probably fixed roof then. You've got details of the big sound system on the rear parcel shelf. Great details in the back with the Camaro script and whatnot. So give you a peek under the hood, although this one, since it's fuel injected, we don't see a whole, well, I mean, you know, it's a 5.7, you know, it's an LT1, so Corvette motor detuned slightly to 285 horsepower, so it was still a fast car, and this is the first ones that actually came with a 6-speed manual. So yeah, it's a nice little car, and these were actually built in Quebec at the time in Sainte-Thérèse, which is on the north shore of Montreal, until the factory closed down and the model was discontinued until the newer generation 06 plus 5th gen came out. So there you go. So here's your underneath. So 93 Camaro, first year of this generation. Both of these have 99 Playing Mantis copyrights. And there you go. So put this one here next to its older brother. All right, next up, I'm going to show you my one and only green light Camaro that I have. We're talking about a early second gen, modified a little bit, as you can see, kind of like resto mod. So this is a really nice one. I really enjoy this one. Probably picked this up around 2017 or 2018, something like that. Directly in store, maybe before even. It's probably before. This is probably way before that. I don't know. This is probably because I know the copyright on this, I believe, is 2005. Yep. So obviously, I didn't pick this up in 2005. That I'm pretty sure of. But I mean, it's probably between 2009, 2012. Either way. That aside, look at this thing. Split bumper Camaro. Nice torque thrusts. Gold centers with the chrome lip, rubber tires, metal base, metal body. Nice red interior to match that red stripe on the side. The rear trim is also painted red. The 4 round lights, which were discontinued shortly after, later on in this same generation. Let's see, nice little wing. Yeah, the paint on the wing did not hold up as well as the rest, because this is a really nice pearl white. But again, pearl white, especially right now at the time where I'm filming this, it's extremely hard to see because the sun's actually starting to set. So there we go. You can still see it a little bit. A really nice paint. And of course, green light means we're gonna get a nice opening hood with extra nice engine details. There's your V8. I'm not sure exactly what V8 that would be. It's not indicated, but you know, still very nice, nicely done engine bay, very clean. So this is definitely one that I do enjoy a lot. All right, so for last one, we're gonna make a little bit more room. Just a little bit more room. We're gonna put this here. Put this here. Put this here for now. All right, and let's jump into some M2. All right. So, for anybody that thinks that the first gen Camaro was not represented well enough, the next one here is definitely for you guys. Just give me a quick second. Yep, there we go. Just want to make sure it's clean because the next couple vehicles have been on display and I tend to not want to touch them too much in views of the fact that I have very few M2s that are out of package. I intend later on when I have more room to open everything, but as of now, space is sorely lacking. So, what a beauty. Here we go. So we have, this I believe is a 69. Is it a 69? 69 Camaro. So there's a Camaro ZL1. And this was an M2 release from 2018 for the 50 years of Camaro. 2017, sorry, for the 18. It's part of the first M2s that actually was some of the first M2s that I actually bought. So love the spec on this one. Excuse the person that's launching fireworks in the background. Yeah, so again, this is definitely my type of spec. Especially the wheels, white raised lettering, dog dish, steelies, color coded to the body. Really nice detail. I mean, I think I really don't have a lot of Camaro M2s, but this is definitely one of my favorite ones. All of these, this was a 4-car set if I'm not mistaken. I have 2 out of 4. This is the first one I'm going to show you. They were all black with orange interiors. And You can see the 50 Camaro 50 in the rear window as well, but a little bit of it has decided to fade away. Nonetheless, all the rest of the details are there, the typical M2 details. And instead of the model year on the back plate, you have Camaro 50, as you can see. Of course, we have an opening hood. Really nice 427. Love that big block. Really cool car. Yeah, unfortunately when the hood closes, you know, it's typical of, you know, Johnny Lightning and M2, and to a certain extent certain green light castings as well, especially older ones, but it is what it is. Same thing with Racing Champions or Earl. So alright, so there you go. It's a little Camaro there. And to offset that green light Camaro, here's your M2 equivalent. Ablate a slightly newer model year. This one's a 71, as you can see, same collection. Love this one, and this is the first one I picked up out of that 50 year collection, because I like the spec of this one too. We are talking about an SS, but what I find cool about this one is there's no rear wing. Something you don't see a whole lot often. So this one has opening doors. I think this is the first time I opened the door on this, so hopefully it doesn't break off. There we go. Yeah, still closes. Good stuff. You know, lens front lights, lens rear lights. This was a boxed one, so we're not talking about the carded ones, the carded M2s that are a little bit inferior quality. Trying to get the hood open for you. It's a little bit stiff, and I think it's the first time I opened the hood as well, so we'll probably end up having the same type of issue as with the other Camaro if we're talking about how it's going to sit afterwards. But hey, doing this for you guys, and a little bit for me too. So yep, so that one's a smaller engine, smaller block. Is it possible to make it? This is so small, eh? It's a 350. Don't know if you'd be able to see. I don't think. Either way, we can see on the air cleaner the 350 high output and blah 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 there, but yeah, really hard to tell. Now this is an older model year than the previous 70 because of the fact that it doesn't have the split bumper. Yep, and as expected, the hood doesn't close quite right, but hey, it's okay. Yeah, so impeccably done front end. Ablate the hood gap. Rear end's really well done as well. Interior is nice and smart and orange. Yeah, so same collection, same dog dish caps with the black steelies and the Goodyear tires. And last but definitely not least, something a little bit different, still in the M2. But this is something I actually picked up, probably a visit following my purchase of those two M2s that you see in front of you right now. Should have been this thing right here. So we have a Camaro Hauler. So this basically was for the release of that split bumper Gen Camaro. Well, obviously not in period, but this is from 2017 again. First hauler second hauler I actually picked up. The first one is actually a Pontiac hauler. I'll be able to show you that one in a future release. And yeah, basically we're talking about the same exact Camaro as this one, but in orange with black steelies and a black interior, so reverse color combo. And it's not, you know, 50 years or whatever. So yeah, really cool car, really cool hauler. The hauler is also a Chevy. We're talking about a C80 truck. from 1970. That Camaro is also from 1970. And you'll notice on the front the big difference. Well, on the Camaro specifically, actually. There we go. You got that split bumper again versus the 71 that had the bumper going the whole length across. And this was for crash safety standards. So a bit the same as they did going from 63 to 64 on the Corvette, eliminating the split window, rear visibility. So let's check this out a little bit more in detail. So here's your truck, nicely done. Very, very nicely done. I like the color, very period, khaki kind of color. Chevy and GM logo. There's your little Camaro SS 1970. Again, no spoiler. Love that. Love wingless cars. So, new Camaro. One look says a lot. One drive says it all. And you've got again the repeat on the back for the bow tie and the GM logo. So this actually this is a moving part. You can actually take that down, drive your cars off and everything like that. Cool stuff. And I normally display this one with these two on the top, as so, and this one, the two split bumpers on the bottom, so stock and modified. And there you go. So that'll do it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed this little showcase. If ever you did enjoy this showcase, please leave this video a thumbs up. Don't hesitate to subscribe to be advised of future uploads. And if you have any feedback, please leave it in the comments. Always glad to go through the comments that come from viewers. So on that, I'll bid you a great rest of your day, and I will see you on the next one. So take care and bye-bye.